Are 40% Kennedy half dollars and 40% Eisenhower dollars worth investing in, collecting, buying because of their 40% silver value? Well, we're going to talk about that in this video, so stay tuned. Speaking of Eisenhower dollar values, come over to mintstate.com and check out the Eisenhower dollars that we have listed here. We actually have the values of the silver version, the 40%, and you can actually click on the link, and here comes the melt value, as well as you can see sold auctions and how much they sold for. So check out mintstate.com. So I figured, since I have 40% Kennedy has on sale, that I would do a video and talk about the 40%. So if you get a chance, sportswithcoinshop.com, obviously I have the rolls for the Kennedy has up for sale. The first thing we need to talk about is when you find an Eisenhower dollar that was in change, or even a Kennedy half, and it has the D mint mark or no mint mark, it's not silver. Okay, you'll see the clad layer on the side. You find them in circulation. They weren't 40%. They weren't silver at all. So they're not silver dollars. And not having a mint mark just means they were struck at Philadelphia Mint. So that's normal too. Also, you have the 75 set that has the 76 Eisenhower dollar in it. I'll show you here. Now, these are not, they're proofs, they're decam, but they're not 40% silver, but you can see they have the 1776, the 1976. Dual dates are normal. But they're not silver in this set, in the 75, and they're not silver in the 76 set, in the black box. Those are all clad, but they are decam proofs. A lot of people get this mixed up. If you have a no mint mark in this box, you've got something. If it's not in this box, it wasn't a proof, not a decam like that, then it's not worth anything. It's normal, Philadelphia Mint. Now, in 1965, the U.S. Mint went to 40% silver half dollars. So we'll take a look here and look at some of these packaging that they have. Here's the 1965 SMS Special Mint Set. Okay, this is not anything rare. They're very common, but they come in the white envelope. But if you did the 66 and 67, they came in this little plastic case with a blue background, and they came in a blue box. And that has, this one here only has the 40% half. The rest of these coins are not 40%. Then you have mint sets like this from 1968 to 70. They have a 40% Kennedy half, and that's it. Okay, the 70D, and then the proof set, which has a 40% Kennedy half in a blue box. The 70D and the 70S, those are a little lower mintage and a little more desirable than the 69 and the 68. So you have a 40% Kennedy half from 70, and then 69 and 68. And then in the mint sets, you'll have the D, and these will be from 70, 69, and 68. And then obviously when you go to 67, 66, and 65, those are the SMS. So all the way up to 70, you have a 40% Kennedy half dollar. In 1971, they started releasing Eisenhower dollars in proof, in the box, like a GSA, and in the blue pack. Now these all have S mint marks. They have S mint marks, they're silver. Right, here's what they look like. They come out. So from 1971 to 1974, they were released like this, and they're all 40% silver. So the clad from 73 to 78 come in the black box as proofs, and I'll show you. They do look decam. They have an S mint mark on them, but they're in this black case, and they'll weigh different than an actual silver that has the S mint mark in the blue pack and the brown pack. Especially, some people could take one of these out of this black case here, and then take one out of the brown, what they call the brown Ike. This is the proof. Put them side by side and say, well, they both got S mint marks, which one's silver? Well, you'll have to weigh them. But one thing about the clads, they tend to have just a little more of a yellow sheen to them. It's very imperceptible sometimes, but I can see a yellowish color to it. When they're side by side, I can tell the difference just by looking at them. I see a lot of Eisenhower dollar collections, and I can pick out which ones are silver that way because they're side by side. So you have that, and then in the white packs, like I was showing you before, you have the, from 73 to 78, you'll have the D mint mark and the no mint mark Eisenhower dollars that are just mint state. They're basically business strikes in a package to sell to collectors, and all the coins that were released from the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for that year, so 73 to 78. They're non-silver though. The only ones that are silver for these years and from 71 to 73 is the blue Ikes and the brown Ikes, like I showed you in those packages with the S Mint mark. There are a lot of varieties to find in some of these Eisenhower dollars. Some of them are really common, but it's kind of cool to look for the double die, look for the peg leg. Obviously, whenever I talk about the 70 mint set, you want to look for the small date Lincoln cent, and even in the proof set, there's a small date, which is a little more valuable. So there are some things to look for. There are double dies in these SMS sets and things like that, but we're trying to talk about 40% here, okay? So then we have to go to this set, the Bicentennial. This is the proof. It has a 40% Ike dollar, Eisenhower dollar, half dollar, as well as a Washington quarter. So all three of these are silver, 40% clad silver. And then here's the mint state version. They're non-proof. So they have an S mint mark on them. Now, like I said, don't get it mixed up with one of them that comes out of this set, because they'll both be decam, but the one that comes out of those packs of silver, they're going to weigh different, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit too. So you need to know the weights. And it's easy to find the weights of the Eisenhower dollars. All you have to do is type in how much does a clad Eisenhower dollar weigh, and right down here it shows you 22.680 grams. Then come back up here, type in silver, and it'll also give you how much those weigh. So here you have the weights. If you have a Eisenhower dollar like a 74 or whatever that weighs 24.62 grams, and I mean it's right on the money there, then you might have a silver planchet struck on a wrong planchet. But you have to weigh them first, and you have to know what the weights are, and it's easy to find that out. And it's the same thing with Kennedy halves. Since we're talking about Kennedy halves, we can do the same thing here, and you can find out the weight. And there you go, 40% Kennedy half dollar, 11.50 grams. So it's very important. Just come in here and type it in, and it'll come up and it can show you what these weigh, so you know what you have. No amount of pictures and toning or anything in a group or our help community is going to help you until you weigh that coin. So let's talk about this for a second. So we got 40% Eisenhower dollars. Coinflation has a nice page on the breakdown of their melt value, so we're going to take a look at that. So here's Coinflation. You can scroll down through and see the different types of coins that are silver. Click on one, and I click on the Eisenhower dollar, and here we go. So we have 40% silver half dollar, which comes to $8.24 or 25 cents melt value, and that's the current melt value. So how many Eisenhower dollars does it take to have the melt value of a 90% or to have a 90%? If you go back to Coinflation, you see that it's $20.17. And if you know the Eisenhower dollar has a melt value of $8.24, you can pretty much divide the $20.17 melt value by the $8.24. So you're looking at about 2.44 Eisenhower dollars to make $1. And you can easily do the math on the calculator and come up with your figure 20.17, and we're going to divide that by basically 8.25. And we come up with, like I said, 2.44, just about 2.5 Eisenhower dollars. So let's say you got to buy 3 Eisenhower dollars to equal a 90% dollar, like a Morgan or a Peace dollar or something like that. But let's take a look at some things. I mean, let's take a look at eBay, and we can see which one's the better value, because you can look up how much Morgan dollars are selling for. So let's go to eBay and let's type in Morgan dollar. And we're going to go with common dates. You make sure the first thing you want to do is to make sure you go to sold items, and you're going to look at $33.91 and 89. It's going to depend on the actual grade of the coin. So we're looking at different values, but you're probably looking at an average of in the $30-some range for a 21. Let's see, trying to find some raw ones here. It's ungraded. You're probably going to be looking at around $40. Here's one for $27.95. Someone got a good deal on that one, but it's worn. We're looking for AU, so that's probably the best thing to do, is maybe to put in AU to kind of get an idea what you're going to have to pay for one. Get a realistic value. Here we go. 42.31, 49.99, because it probably had a little bit of toning on it. Someone thought it was something decent. Here's $33 for a 21, 34, 49. So yeah, let's just say $40. Okay, so then you want to look up the Eisenhower dollar. So look up the Eisenhower dollar, 40%. And we are looking at 12, 13, 10. You know, someone got some pretty good deals on these, I think. But let's say you was able to buy one of these. You can do the math here. So you can actually get 3 proof Eisenhower dollars or mint state Eisenhower dollars and a 40% silver for 1 silver dollar. So which one's the best value? I don't know. I'm thinking of the idea of being able to resell these Eisenhower dollars that are 40% do have a desirability. Also, you have a chance of looking at 3 coins for varieties. Maybe even 3 coins to send off for grading. If you got them cheap enough, maybe you get that's at 70. I don't know. Like I said, that's so hard to get. I hate to even mention that, but I mean, I'm just trying to throw out there that to me, it almost seems like buying 3 Eisenhower dollars is a little bit better of a deal than buying just one 1921 Morgan dollar. You know, so I mean, you're basically looking at spending $36, and you can have 3 proofs. You can get 3 different dates of Ikes. That's a pretty good deal. So I guess it depends on whether you like an older Morgan dollar or a more modern Eisenhower dollar. I think that's probably what it's going to come down to, or having 3 coins versus 1. So then you have the 40% Kennedy half dollars. Like I said, from 1965 to 1970. And when you come over here, you're looking at the actual melt value. That's $3.85. You might as well say 86 cents. Obviously, you're going to have to buy a bunch of those to come up with an ounce of silver, and you can do, let's say, an ounce of silver right now. I think we're at 26. Let's just say 26.50 is what we are, 26.50, and we can divide that by the 386. So basically, it's going to take 6, almost 7 of these 40% Kennedy halves to equal 1 ounce of silver. Now, we're not actually figuring the 40% silver melt weight versus an ounce of silver like a 0.99 Silver Eagle. We're just looking at values here. We're going to just compare values. How much you can buy an ounce of silver for right now versus a 40% silver coin, and how many silver coins like that are 40% halves equal to the price of an actual ounce of silver. That's what we're doing here. We're not trying to compare weights, actual melt weights here, or actual weights of the coins. However, let's type in Silver Eagle. And if you have to buy a Silver Eagle, you're looking at paying around, I don't know, $40, $38. It looks like, just for regular. These here are not regular. They're the proofs and all, but just a normal silver dollar. The average price is probably around $40 as well. And then if you want to buy, let's say the equal, so we're talking about $40. Now you're going to look at 7 Kennedy half, and you want 40%, $35.79. So basically, you can buy 7 Kennedy half dollars cheaper than you can, or at least close to the value. Man, there's some of these are a lot cheaper. So if you buy AU and up, you're looking at getting a 40% Kennedy half dollar cheaper than you can get a Silver Eagle. And like I said, 7 of them, pretty much almost 7 of them, actually equal an ounce of silver. You know, so in reality, you can actually get a little bit more 40% silver weight wise for a cheaper price than you can the 90% or the Silver Eagles. So it's up to you whether you're actually just buying for the silver or whether you are, buying for numismatic value, because, that's how the breakdown is. I mean, if you really did the math and really got meticulous about it, then you would see that you'd probably can get 8 or 9 40% halves compared to an ounce of silver. So you're really getting over an ounce of silver for about the same price as an ounce of silver, if you really want to look at it closer. And the same thing with the Eisenhower dollars. You could really buy more than the amount that I said, maybe even 4 instead of just the 3. So what you have is the Morgan dollars are more in demand and popular than the Eisenhower dollar. But yet the better deals, probably the Eisenhower dollar, are pretty close to it, in my opinion. It's desirable too. They can sell well. I can sell as many Ike dollars as I can sell Morgan dollars, it seems like. Obviously, a Silver Eagle's way more in demand and popular than 40% half dollars. 40% half dollars kind of just relinquish in disrespect. I don't know what else to, it's kind of silly to say it that way. But you can buy 7 of them cheaper than you can a Silver Eagle, and 7 of them pretty much equal what a Silver Eagle weighs. And I guess it's up to what you desire. If you're actually just looking for silver, or if you're actually looking for a coin for collectible reasons, or just because you want it because you think it's better than the 40%. Yeah. So anyways, thanks for watching my latest video. Hopefully this helped you a little bit in decisions on should you buy 40% or should you not, and what 40% is and what 40% isn't, as far as what coins and what years and dates. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and have a great day.